Hi everybody, I hope everybody is going well today. So we are going to cover two topics today. First one is that thing, critical long flow triggers an attack within 20 hours of disclosure. This thing, the timing, is like should be actually a wake-up call in regard to vulnerability, because that means that we didn't have to wait a day for attackers to exploit a new vulnerability declared under CVE. And this is fairly bad because, it could have been like a 0 day before it was actually identified, but that means that the MTTR, mean time to repair, or the mean time to fix your software, is extremely short, because attackers are taking less than 24 hours to attack known vulnerabilities. So that's something to check out and to be aware, maybe to review your actual workflows of patching, and make sure that you can patch faster, and for the things that are sensitive, that you are overlapping controls, so that these might not be exploited as easily as they could. Because we see many RCEs lately, remote code execution vulnerability. I won't list them there, but there was one in Oracle today, something like that. And that means that if this is exploited less than 24 hours before publication of CVE, that means an attacker will get an end on your system very quick. So you have to be very active on that. Two key aspects of it. Main thing is reduce your attack surface, remove the unused server, the thing that are exposed that do not need to be exposed, and review the way you grant access to them. Ideally, if you could use like zero trust network access approach and isolate the actual functionality from the server, that could be a good thing to see. Like the good old days, when we had PHP MySQL or MariaDB now, you would not expose online the MariaDB server. You would have that as a backend machine, and only the PHP running machine with the front end would be able to reach it with some restriction and ACLs. So now we're more advanced than that, but yeah, the airbag role-based access control should be something that should kick in, and way more advanced control, and also coupling that with audit analysis. So as you detect when something goes wrong, and you can actually automatically shut down the service to reduce the exposure of your service. So that's something to consider. Next thing, I'm going to take you here 8 years back. And you can see this is still in C today, and that's really funny. Well, or not really. Fitness tracking app Strava gives away location of US Army bases. That was really bad. Not only it gave the location of the military bases back then, and it was also giving the floor plan of the location. As you can see, this is really bad. And you may have been thinking that given that was fully public, we had a lot of courage. I think I shared a lot about that back then in 2018. You would think that people would have learned and the military would have put some policies in place and stuff like that. But no. Because today we saw in the news that Strava leak revealed the position of the aircraft carrier. That's not a small boat, located in real time. And that's really bad, because like plane carrier like that are usually staying away from the combat zone, the conflict zone, not to be targeted and destroyed, and the plane on it do deliver the attacks. So when you get some stupidity like cloud-based synchronized data that give away the position of the ship, then you become a moving target. That is like a big red target live exposed, and giving the enemies or attackers a nice way to destroy you. And it's giving like the navigation plan, where it's coming from, the speed as well, like a lot of information. This is not just the location. When you get the location multiple times, you can have an idea of the capability, the average speed, the direction of the ship. So this is very bad. And this is driving me nuts, like all the connected stuff with people who have, I don't know, do they have a brain, like using that stuff while on a military ship? That drives me crazy. You know, I've been working for the French military back then, a few years back, and provided French Secret Service with some radio communication tool, and did develop an application for security encryption and data. And you know, these guys from the Special Forces and the Foreign Legion had so much security requirement. You wouldn't think it was like that. I mean, it was crazy, and it was actually safe to see. But now you see that they leave the soldier with stupidly connected crap like that. This is driving me crazy. What, you know, on one side you drive crazy requirements to get like matching equipment that is eligible to be purchased by the military, and then you get that, like ruining the mission. This is crazy. So learn from that. If you do anything that requires stealth mode, like not being detected, just don't do the stupid cloud tracking smart crap around you. Don't have smart anything with you. No smartphone, no smart tracking crap, no smart rings, all this crap. Yeah, I mean, this is crap. This is ruining the mission. So yeah, don't leave it out there. Yep. Now I think about that. I hope they will turn off that thing. It's all over the press. I guess the guy who was on it, there is the name somewhere of the person. I saw it somewhere. Arthur, actually. Arthur running. Arthur, I guess, is gonna be famous in the world given his sharing of the location, and I guess he's gonna be made fun of a little bit by the co-workers or the other soldiers for having done that. And maybe it's going to serve as an example of what not to do. That's about it, people. It's Friday afternoon, so I wish you a great weekend and see you next time. Bye bye.